Hello, my champs. Welcome back. Acha, I know, exams are just around the corner and the tension is building up, right? But hey, don't you worry one bit. Today, we're going to do a super quick revision of your first chapter, We the Travelers. And trust me, we'll make these large numbers feel like child's play. Full marks chahiye na? Chalo, let's get started.
Okay, so our Maths Yatra officially begins. Just look at this picture, that crazy traffic jam. Doesn't it remind you of Bangalore or maybe Delhi? So many cars. Now imagine I told you, Cello, count them all. Where would you even begin? That's the whole thing with big numbers. They can feel a little overwhelming, but today we are going to master them together. So our first checkpoint on this journey is to learn the map. You know, in maths, the map for big numbers is something called the place value chart. Seriously, once you get this, reading any number, no matter how huge it is, it becomes super simple.
Okay, now listen closely. The number one rule for using this map is we always start from the right and move to the left. Always. So we begin with the smallest place value, which is the ones place. We'll just call it O for short.
All right, now take one step to the left. And what do we get? We add the tens place. Let's call it T. You guys have been doing this since what? Class 2? Easy peasy, right? We're just getting warmed up here.
Okay, another step to the left, and yep, you guessed it. We have hundreds, or H. Are you seeing the pattern here? It's just like stacking blocks, one next to the other, moving left each time.
Let's keep going, keep moving left. After hundreds, what comes next? Thousands. That's right. We'll call it the. See, our number map is getting bigger and bigger.
And for our journey today, the final stop to the left is 10,000s. We'll call this TTH. So there we have it. Our complete map for now is TTH, the, H, T, and O. See? Not so scary, is it? Simple stuff.
Okay, so we have our map. Now let's actually use it. Let's take a number from your book, 45,867. All we have to do is place each digit in its correct house on the chart. Look, the 4 goes in the 10,000s house, the 5 in the thousands house, the 8 in hundreds, and so on. Now the magic part. Just read it. 45,867. See how easy that is? The chart does all the hard work for you.
All right, next checkpoint on our Maths Yatra. We can now read big numbers. Fantastic. But what if we have two big numbers? How do we know which one is bada and which is chota? Well, there's a super simple trick for this, so listen up.
Now I'm going to show you a classic mistake, a trap that so many students fall into. Look at these two numbers. A student might look and say, oh, 999 is bigger than 49,014 because look, 9 is bigger than 4. What do you guys think? Is that right or wrong? Saye ya gullet. Let's find out.
Okay, here it is. The golden rule. You ready? Never, ever, just look at the first digit. That's the trap. The very first thing you have to do is count the total number of digits in each number. That's it. The number that has more digits is always the bigger one. No exceptions. Hamesha.
Let's put them on our chart and see for ourselves. Look, 9,990 has 1, 2, 3, 4 digits. But 49,014 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits. See? It has a 4 sitting in the 10,000s place, while 9,990 has nothing there. So, who's the winner? Of course, it's 49,014. It's the bigger number, no doubt about it. Simple logic, right?
Okay, moving on. Let's learn a super handy shortcut now. Something we actually use all the time in real life. It's called rounding off. You know, like when you tell your friend, I'll be there around 5 o'clock. You don't mean exactly 5 o'clock go-go, right? You just mean it's close to 5. It's not exact, but it's easy and good enough. That's rounding off.
And to understand this better, let's look at this cute story from your book. We have this little rabbit, right? He's standing on the number 2,346 on a number line, and he is so hungry. His food, the carrots, are at the nearest 10. So which way should he go? Which 10 is closer? Let's help this little guy out.
Okay, so what are his options? He's at 2,346. The 10 before him is 2,340, and the 10 after him is 2,350. Now, to get to 2,340, he has to jump backwards 6 steps.
But to get to 2,350, he only has to jump forward 4 steps. So which path is shorter, 6 jumps or 4 jumps? 4 jumps, of course. He's hungry. He wants the fastest route. So 2,350 is the nearest 10. Simple.
Okay. Enough of serious maths. Let's take a quick puzzle break. I want to show you that maths isn't just about numbers. It can also be a super fun game. Ready for a little brain teaser? Let's see who can solve this one.
So, here's the story. There was a king who had 20 magnificent horses, but one dark night, a thief crept in and stole one of them. Oh no! So now only 19 horses were left. And the poor caretaker, he was so scared. He knew the king would be furious.
But this caretaker was very clever. He had to figure out a way to arrange the remaining 19 horses so that when the king came to count, he would still see 5 horses on each side of the stable. Wait, how is that even possible? You have 1 horse missing. How can you make the numbers add up? Go on, pause for a second and think about it. Any ideas?
And here is the brilliant solution. Look at this. The caretaker put 1 horse in each of the 4 corners and 3 horses in the middle of each side. Now let's count. Take the top side. 1 plus 3 plus 1, that's 5. Now the right side. 1 plus 3 plus 1, also 5. It works for every side. The trick is, the corner horses get counted twice, once for the horizontal side and once for the vertical side. How clever is that? The king was completely fooled.
Okay, my champions, our maths yatra is coming to an end. But now, we've reached the most important part, the final summary. This is your cheat sheet to make sure those full marks are absolutely pakka.
So, what are the 3 big superpowers you've learned today? Let's recap. Superpower number 1, you can now read and write any 5-digit number using the place value chart. Easy. Superpower number 2, you know how to compare 2 big numbers. What's the first step? Count the digits. Perfect. And superpower number 3, you can round off any number just by finding which way is closer. You've totally got this.
And before we go, I want you to remember this. The only way to learn mathematics is to do mathematics. Watching this is fantastic for a quick revision, but to become a real math champion, you have to practice. So here's your homework from me. After this, go and solve at least 5 questions from your book on this chapter. Okay? Promise me?
And I'll leave you with one final thought. Today, our journey stopped at 10,000. But do numbers stop there? No way! They go on forever. So what do you think comes next? I'm sure you've heard your parents talking about numbers like lakhs and crores, right? Well, that's your next big adventure in math. For now, all the very best for your exams. I know you're all going to do fantastically well. Bye for now, champs.